Hey guys, this is Tarot with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot, and today I'm doing a review of the Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacey DeMarco, and I wanted to wait to do this review until I had worked with the deck for a little bit. It did take a little while to get here. I ordered it on Amazon, but it took, I don't know, like 2.5 weeks to get to me. Maybe 2 weeks, yeah. So anyway, it's got a lovely box and it is by Rockpool Publishing. And so let me just get you in on the cover of this beautiful box. This is Guidance Through Lunar and Seasonal Energies, and I definitely work with the phases of the moon in my spell work and in my day-to-day. So I was like, I was a little hesitant to get the deck until one of my good friends did a little like personal walkthrough for me, because we talked through the app Viber. And I was like, why haven't I got this deck? She's like, I don't know, why haven't you? So anyway, there's the inside, and let's take out the cards. So let me take us for a quick little spin through the guidebook, because I always think it's good to have at least a gander, because, it's not just thrown in there for any old thing. So it goes into a little bit about why the author decided to do, a moon deck. And she talks a lot about, why, the moon is like a huge part of her practice. So creating a deck like this was like a no-brainer. Just a little bit about, the different phases of the moon and when you might want to use a moon phase for a particular spell, or, whatever it is that you're intending to work. And then there's a little bit about how to use the cards. There's some spreads, which I always make sure that I use at least a couple of the spreads from guidebooks from decks that I've used. And there are full color images on the inside, which is really cool. And, there's a little bit of this like kind of like gold in the book as well. So let's say you get the last quarter moon. You have the full color image. It says gratitude and a little ditty about that. There's a little affirmation. And then it talks about, how the quarter moon, works with the message that was on the card, which I think is pretty cool. And then down at the bottom, there's a little companion stone or metal, in case you are working with stones and other elements with your deck or your spell crafting. So, I think that's pretty cool. And a little bit about your author and a little bit about your illustrator. Kinga Britschke. Hopefully I'm pronouncing the artist's name correctly, but the artist is very, very talented, as you will see in a moment. Okay, so let's dive into the deck. So I'm going to put that there. And here are the cards. I would say lovely size, actually probably about the same size as my Oracle deck, which is 3.5 by 5. So I think that's about the size of this deck. So anyway, looking at the back of the cards, is beautiful like midnight blue with, of course, the phases of the moon. And if you do Oracle cards reversals, this probably wouldn't be very good for a reversal, but I don't really read reversals with tarot or oracle, but I can read it in a reversal position without physically having the card upside down. And it does have obviously a very glossy finish, a coating to it to protect the cards. And as far as cardstock, I'd say very good, very durable. It's gonna last many a year of shuffling. Okay, so let me turn this over and we will zoom in. Okay, so again, it has a little keyword here. It has what phase of the moon this particular card is in. And I think the images are so gorgeous. It's odd. I didn't used to be one of those photo manipulation, like into all of that, but I don't know. People are doing some good stuff with that their Photoshop. I'm not good like this. I mean, I do some minimal photo manipulation stuff, but that's more for personal use, and it's for like personal calendars I create every year with my little Wallyto, and I put him in various settings, and then I give those as gifts for Christmas. But anyway, what I love about this is I mean, there's so much going on in the cards, and it's like, and if you work with the moon, it's just, it's everything. It's so much. How I've personally used it, I've used it in spreads, either by itself, but I have paired it with tarot as well. I've used it as sometimes as the theme of a reading, like if I'm just doing a tarot reading and then I want to pull an oracle card as a theme for the reading. I've used that for that as well, but I kind of like to use the deck for the reading. I have used it for a daily draw, and I found it to be so accurate about my day. And I have actually I prefer to use it, this is how I prefer, in spell work. Especially working with the moon. I mean, that's a given. But I think it just, I don't know, it really helps me focus in what it is that I'm trying to draw in or push away. So, and meditation, let me tell you. Yeah, meditation and spell work, I think that's like my main. This one comes up for me a lot. So many beautiful cards. Oh, this says also come up as well. My house is like surrounded by birds. There was actually, I kid you not, probably no less than 200 birds in the tree in my front yard the other day. That's usually it's full of birds, but not like yesterday. That whole tree was a shaking. Ooh, supermoon, yes. And I believe there are only 44 cards in this deck. So pretty. Self-love. You can tell, see, it's even calming me down while I'm doing this review. Okay, all right, so let's give this a little shuffle. I'm just gonna pull a card, you know, something general. Maybe it connects with one of you guys watching this review video, maybe it doesn't, but you know, I just want you to see how I might read with it. And currently, we just had a full moon yesterday. So let's see what comes up. Ooh, we have release, and how appropriate because, well, I mean, we're still sort of in the full moon phase, but then after that, it's release. We'll be going back into a dark moon. So it has the waning crescent release. So whoever this may connect with right now, it is time to, I'm getting a feeling of letting certain people go in your life. You know, we tend to, and myself included, cling to things and people because they are parts of our memory. And I often feel like we're afraid to let certain people go because we will let that memory go. Even if the person, you know, is toxic and we know not good for us and not the best person, but we feel like they're connected to a certain point in you know, in our lives. So it's like if I let that person go, it's like I'm releasing that memory, but your memories are forever. You can't release a memory. You know, so you can focus on the positives in that memory while releasing the person that's attached to it, especially if you know that they're not the best for you. And I'm getting that, you know, this person may not be very kind, or a group of people. They're not very good for your energy. They're not very uplifting, not very supportive. So it is time to release their energy, but that doesn't mean that you know, forget about all the good things and all the wonderful memories. You know, that of course you can focus on, because, you know, there is no erasing it, you know, all the good stuff. But it is time to let those people go, because by letting them go doesn't take away all the happy times. That's what I'm trying to say. All right. So yeah, just a little sample reading with this deck. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and so let me know if you have this deck, or maybe you just use it for spell work, maybe you just use it for meditation, maybe you don't even use it for the moon and you just like it as an oracle. You know, I'm excited to hear. So yeah, just put that in the comment section down below, and if you dug this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, don't forget to click subscribe, and don't forget to click that ding 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 notification bell for more videos just like this. And if you want to catch a reading from me, head over to www.kittenswaitsandtarot.com, and there is a link on my website to my Etsy shop where you can get my lovely bracelets and salves. I made a Goddess of the Rose salve, which is a beauty salve. I have healing salves, I have sprays, and my Wally's World Oracle, yay! Yeah, and if you want to send a little of my way, think about joining that KWT tribe over at patreon.com/kittenswaitsandtarot. And yeah, I will catch you spiritual homies later, all right? Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out.